Welcome to another edition of LRMania Reviews, and tonight I am reviewing the June 13th, 2017 edition of Smackdown. And of course, this is the go-home show to Money in the Bank, which is this Sunday in St. Louis. So the show opens up with the New Day. They come out with this New Orleans marching band called the Soul Rebels. So they already say they're making a point that they're in New Orleans. New Orleans, of course, is the site of WrestleMania 34, which is in about 10 months. So they're already talking about it. We'll see if something significant happens. I've seen some Twitter rumors that they might try to do something significant, as this is the site of WrestleMania. I'm sure they'll probably come back to New Orleans in 10 months, before WrestleMania, but, this is the site of it, so they might try to do something significant here, so that's definitely something to watch out for. So when New Day, they do their promo, Usos come out and interrupt them. Then, of course, you have Fashion Police come out, and then you have the Colognes come out. And then all of a sudden, they face off, and it's going to be an 8-man tag with New Day teaming up with Fashion Police against the Colognes and the Usos. Their promos are okay. And I guess it's just going to be Usos and New Day still, but I hope they don't do this. They don't turn this into a fatal 4-way tag match. It looks like they might do that. And the bigger question is, where the fuck is American Alpha? Are they might as well just release them if they're not going to use them. Where the fuck are they? Can someone just fucking end this match? This is going on for way too long. This segment sucks. I don't care about this. I'm not even that interested in the match. The one team I'm wondering where I'm actually kind of interested in, maybe for the wrong reasons, because I'm worried about their spawn on the main roster. Where the fuck is American Alpha? No one cares about these teams. And people care about Usos and New Day, but no one cares about Fashion Police anymore. They know they're not a threat. They've already lost, and of course, no one in the world gives two shits about the Colognes. So mercilessly, that tag match ended. New Day won. It's over. No American Alpha. I don't know if they're going to be on the show. After that, we go to a backstage segment that shows AJ and Nakamura in the back talking. It's so bad. They're talking like these two guys in school. It's like the one kid who can't speak English, and the other kid who's trying to tell him to stay away from the annoying loser kid who's Sami Zayn. So Sami comes in. They do this whole thing with strategy. They've done this so many times. It's like they've done this forever. They make him look like a complete geek. He's a complete loser. He's a complete nerd. He's a dweeb. He's just a doofus. So he comes in, they ignore him, and then they have Shin say, "I like him," as it was some kind of comedy. You heard the crowd laugh a bit, so it was okay. It was fine for comedy, but yeah, I guess they're making Sami Zayn a complete. It wasn't that. They've had worse ones. The one they had with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins with Sami Zayn was a million times worse than this. So, this isn't the worst one they've done, but, this still sucked. I wouldn't say that. It just wasn't any good. Then we see Mojo Rawley in the back. He's talking, he's cutting a promo, and he is interrupted by the returning Zack Ryder. So Zack Ryder is back. The Hype Bros look like they're back as a team. We'll see what they do, but Ryder is back. So that was a nice return by Zack Ryder, and looks like they're going to reform that team. So Naomi's in the ring. I think they're going to get a tag match with Naomi and Becky again. So actually I was wrong. It's just it's a singles match, Naomi and Tamina. Tamina's a complete bum. I don't even know why she's still with that company. Other than her dad is Jimmy Snuka, so whatever. And I know he passed away this year, but she's done nothing. She's never gets any reaction. She's never really been pushed. She was never over. I don't even know why they still have her there. So they had Naomi and Tamina. Didn't have much of a match. Tamina's a shitty worker. I think she sucks. And then Naomi got the win. Then after the match, actually during the match, Lana came out. She was wearing this sexy blue dress. She comes out and after the match, she beats up Naomi. She gets the heat on Naomi. So usually when they do that usually means that the person who gets the better of the one wrestler on Raw or SmackDown usually loses at the pay-per-view. So that could mean Naomi's winning, but again, they change their minds so many times, you never know what's going to happen. I guess, they're trying to build up Lana. It's just, again, it's hard to really I don't know, it's hard to buy into it, but yeah, she's looked incredibly smoking hot tonight in that dress. I thought that was great. Hope they don't have her wrestle in that dress, though. That'd be a disaster. So now Jinder Mahal is coming out to the ring, and this guy is not working. He sucks as champion. He's on fucking every kind of... I don't want to get into it anymore. He sucks. I don't like him at all. I think he's boring. I don't care about these big entrants anymore. It's going to get old soon. I genuinely wish John Cena comes back on 4th of July and just beats Jinder Mahal and takes the belt then. I really hope that happens. I just wish that they can just get it over with right away and just be done with this guy. This guy sucks. So the Shitty Mahal segment ended. Randy Orton came out of nowhere, hit the RKO. They set up well. They had this music play, and then he didn't come out from the entrance. He came through under the ring. But the problem is the camera caught him right at the last second, and then right as he did the RKO, the camera had him on the corner. I thought it'd been really cool if had he not been on the camera. He just hit the RKO. That number would look a lot cooler. But I really think Mahal's retaining the title. I think they had to give Orton his heat, give him something before the match. So I don't really care about this match at all. I have no interest in that match. They had a backstage with Kevin Owens, with Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. Zayn's a geek. They made Owens look like a smart, confident heel trying to devise strategies to take out the other three guys. So that was actually pretty good. But it was just a fine, quick backstage segment. Next is Charlotte and Natalya having a match. I loved their match they had 3 years ago in NXT, the first takeover. I thought that was incredible. They've had several matches since then. They haven't even come close to that. So, especially on TV, on free TV, my expectations are, it'll probably be a good match, but not anything special. So, just a random thought before this match starts, I guess. I just dawned on me to have Sami Zayn because he's trying to be Woody Allen. It's fucking terrible. Anyway, the women's match, Charlotte and Natalya. I thought the two of them had a really good match. Really enjoyed it. They had Charlotte go over cleanly. So I'm not sure if that means she's winning. Again, they changed their mind so many times, but I don't know if that's a good sign. She might not win. Usually when they have success on the week before, that means they probably are losing. But they had Charlotte go over cleanly. During the match, it showed Carmella and Becky both looking on the video monitors. I think that's just a way to get them a part of the show. And then again, the match was it was a good, solid TV match. The only thing I didn't like how the match ended. I thought the natural selection was a bit bosh. It was a little bit too low. But it was fine for a TV women's match. Now we go to a Fashion Files segment. Ugh, this just sucks. I mean, I'm sick of this now. So I kind of liked how in the Fashion Files they had it above the New Orleans thing. They showed the Superdome, so it's kind of it's Fashion Files New Orleans, if you will. They kind of parodied the Enzo and Cass storyline from Raw, which is a complete disaster. And they drew the picture of who attacked Tyler Breeze. It looks like we're going to get American Alpha, because it looked like they drew American Alpha. That's what it looked like to me. Could be wrong, but that's what I thought they drew. So one thing I've always noticed, whenever the show's in New Orleans, I always like it whenever they go to New Orleans, because I always get that WrestleMania 30 memories, which I thought was a great show, great weekend for wrestling. Very memorable weekend. So I've always noticed that whenever they're in New Orleans, I always get WrestleMania 30 memories. And hopefully they can relive, they can live up to WrestleMania 30. That's going to be a very daunting task. In my opinion, WrestleMania 30 is one of the best WrestleManias of all time. So we'll see what they do with 34. They're going to have a very tough task to live up to that show. And I feel off of WrestleMania 30, that was such a great special show that New Orleans has become one of WWE's, big cities to go to. It feels special when they're in New Orleans now because of WrestleMania 3. It was such a memorable and exciting show, and such a talked about show that whenever they're in New Orleans, and now it's a big deal. So I think that definitely helped the city of New Orleans. I think the success of WrestleMania 30, and it was so well received and so talked about, that I think that's why another reason they're having WrestleMania 34 back there. And just the Superdome. I mean, they were showing the Superdome during the Fashion Files place, so it kind of reminded me of that. It gives me that WrestleMania 35, which I always think is great. Again, to go back to that Fashion Files segment, it really looked like they drew American Alpha, but they could be wrong. Hopefully they do something with these guys. So they're in New Orleans, and in New Orleans is this kid named Jarius, who's a huge WWE fan. He's a huge Saints fan as well. And WWE did this nice video package for him, and they show him getting the championship, a custom-made WWE championship from Triple H and Stephanie earlier in the day. So I'm pretty positive for sure this kid is going to be the Warrior Award winner next year for the Hall of Fame. I think he's for sure winning this Warrior, this Jarius kid, and so he has a really great story. And a very likable kid, very big fan. So it really kind of reminds you of Connor when they were showing him with the fans, and really, really sweet moment. Then they show Lana, who I said looks great, being interviewed by Dasha, who I also think Dasha's looking great tonight. She doesn't get enough credit. I don't like her. I mean, I don't think she's... It's hard to top Charlie Caruso. I think she's smoking up. I think Dasha's also very attractive. Anyway, she's interviewing Lana. She's still doing that Russian accent. I don't know why. I mean, there's nothing Russian about her gimmick. I might as well just drop it now, since she's no longer going to be associated with Rusev. So then Kevin Owens is out for the main event, which is going to be the 6-man tag. So I'm watching the 6-man tag. I don't like how they're getting the heat on Nakamura. I think they should be getting the heat on Sami Zayn. I mean, Nakamura is going to be a star. I don't think he should be dominating him. I think he should be the one getting the hot tag. I think it should be Sami Zayn in his position, in my opinion. So the main event was actually a pretty good match, but I hated the ending because it gives away who's winning Money in the Bank. Sami Zayn pins Baron Corbin middle of the ring. Fuck. When I saw this, I was like, fuck! That means Corbin for sure is going to win. The fucking balding Roman Reigns. That's what I call him. The balding Roman Reigns. This guy has the worst fucking hairline. He is shitty in the ring. He has no charisma. He's shitty on the microphone. He doesn't get much of a reaction from the fans. He's just getting this opportunity because he's big and he's a fucking jacked football player. He sucks. He belongs at NXT. He's a terrible wrestler. He's shit. Oh, this fucking guy's winning. I think it's a lock. Corbin's winning. So, if you don't know, after the match, after he got pinned by Sami Zayn, which means he's winning 100%. I guarantee Corbin wins. So he beats up Owens and Ziggler. He turns on his partner. He climbs up the ladder. Nakamura comes and knocks him off, and Nakamura hits the Kinshasa. Then Nakamura climbs the ladder and grabs the briefcase, which was a cool visual to end Smackdown, but guarantees 110% Nakamura isn't winning, and Sami Zayn pinning Baron Corbin guarantees Sami Zayn isn't winning. So those are my only two hopes who could have won. There's no way in hell Ziggler's winning. I don't see Owens winning. It's not impossible Owens wins, but I highly doubt, especially when he's a U.S. champ. They never put the briefcase on someone with who already has a mid-card title. I don't see that happening at all. And the last guy, I mean, I don't highly doubt AJ Styles wins. So I think it's a lock. Corbin wins. I am disgusted. Hopefully they change their mind. Corbin sucks, and if he's going to win, then fuck you, Vince. Seriously, just fuck off for putting this fucking guy. This guy sucks. So SmackDown as a whole, the first half was shit. I thought, the New Day stuff, it took a quarter of the show was over when that fucking 8-man tag match happened, but second hour was actually pretty good. Second hour was very good. The first hour sucked. The second hour was very strong, so overall it's a decent show, but I mean, I'm not how, and I think, kind of depressing how Sunday's gonna end. We're gonna see this fucking loser as the win Money in the Bank. Ugh. Fuck, man, this guy sucks. I'm so pissed off Corbin's winning Money in the Bank. It killed my interest on the show. The ending ruined my interest. Now this fucking loser is gonna have that briefcase. This sucks.